So, here is another story I thought it'd be fun to talk about, and that is a team-up between Superman and Raven. No, don't worry, the title doesn't suggest they're like a couple or anything. No, this is just a team-up. Yeah, I kind of figure that, Raven doesn't get a lot to do outside of the Titans, and when they do try to do something with her, it's usually just kind of centers around her family, or more specifically her father. Like they don't like even the George Perez miniseries that came out, the two that had recently come out, all kind of like in one way or another center around her family. And I'm like, can we do something other than her family? Really? Come on, I want to see something a little different. So that was kind of this idea of having Raven team up with Superman to deal with this kind of threat. So, in this story, there is this thing called the Dream Escape. The Dream Escape is like this VR kind of system that basically allows the user to literally manifest their dreams. It's not like just a VR experience. It's literally like they can make their whole dreamscape tangible, and it's able to be used. Like you can do anything in there. You can do anything with this machine. It basically, yeah, you can literally make your dreams come true. But the problem is that, and it's all throughout Metropolis, but Clark is starting to notice that people who use the Dream Escape is that people are becoming weaker, they're becoming like sick, and Clark's already like villain stuff. Okay. But he starts to discover that this is like magical in origin, so he's like, well, shit, I have no way of combating magic, so I'm gonna need some help in here. So what he does is that he decides to go look for someone who is, someone who is magical in origin. Unfortunately, the three he goes looking for, Fate, Zatanna, and Constantine, are all busy. They're all doing something else, and Superman's like, well, I don't know anyone who knows magic that well. And then he thinks, oh, right, Raven, she's magic. I can, go ask her. And I had this funny moment where Superman asks for Raven's help, and Raven's like, after he explains the whole situation, Raven goes, so what you're saying is I was the 4th round pick? Thanks. And Superman's like, sorry. Because the thing is that, in Superman, like, I wanted to have this moment where Clark is like, well, it's not that I don't trust Raven, it's more like I just don't know her. I just don't know her, and every time I've met her, it's usually been like a doomsday kind of situation, so we haven't really had much to talk. So, and Raven has never really, like, been the most social person. So, Clark has never tried to approach her because he wanted to respect her privacy. He also wanted to give her space. He wanted to make sure she was okay. He wanted to, if she was going to talk to him, he would let her on her own terms. He didn't want to make her feel like, hey, I'm Superman and I feel obligated to talk to you. But at the same time, he was like, I wish I spent more time learning about more of these people, because the Titans are like the next generation of heroes, and I feel like I know a lot of them, but Raven was always the one that was always like in the back kind of judging people, and I can't really fault her for that, because my best friend, kind of sits in the background judging people, and he dresses almost as the same way she does. So Raven agrees to help Superman in this situation, and they discover that the Dream Escape is being manifested by Felix Faust. It is actually being manifested, and he's actually getting help from the toy maker. He's actually he's the one the toy maker and Felix Faust are the ones doing this, and Faust is basically siphoning off the essence of these people who use the Dream Escape and feeding it to like a dream god, this kind of ethereal god of dreams, so he can help bring it into the world, and it can and once it does, it'll give Felix Faust and subsequently the toy maker anything it wishes. Thanks for bringing me out of the dream realm and into this. And no, the dream god is not Dream or from Sandman. Although I did think I did want to have like a reference to Sandman in here. But anyway, so that was the whole story, is that Superman and Raven have to combat Toymaker and Faust in order to stop them from doing this. And while this is going on, they actually get trapped in the Dream Escape, and they, what happens is that they live out these kind of like peaceful lives. Like Superman, he's out with Lois. He's not, he's not Superman. He's actually living on Krypton. He's living on Krypton with Lois. They have their son John with him. He has his whole family, very much like For the Man Who Has Everything. But Raven, on the other hand, Raven is, when she's hooked up, she is not a demon. She doesn't have her father. She's, living a normal life with Beast Boy, who is, not green and has superpowers. So that was her, but she catches on quicker than Clark does that, hey, this is a little fucked up, and is forced to break out of the dream escape and go get Clark. And Clark's like, are you kidding me? Twice this has happened. I've done this whole, happy ending kind of story. God damn it, I'm gonna beat someone his head in. So that was the whole idea. It's just like a DC Comics Presents. I thought it'd be a fun idea because I like the idea of fun team-ups, and I thought it'd be a fun idea to pair Raven with Superman, because again, Superman and Raven's never really interacted, especially when the Justice League and Teen Titans are together. Like, you've never seen scenes of them teaming up, or even like when they do meet up, Superman's more like, hey, everybody else, oh, hi, Raven, you in the back. So I thought it'd be a fun idea to have Raven like be the magical assistant for Superman, and Raven being like, hey, it's not that I don't like you, Superman, it's just that, I like my space, and you are too much. You're too much. And I wanted to have a moment where Superman's like, it's not that I've never been scared of you, and that's what Raven kind of has this moment of, I always thought you just didn't want to be around me was because, my dad was Trigon, and you always, like, you and Batman and the others, like, feared what I was going to become. And Clark's like, no, I'd never once doubted that, whenever you did get taken over by Trigon, that was never your own volition. Your father doesn't define who you are. I just gave you space because, you just seemed like the kind of you're an empath, and I can be a bit much sometimes. So that was the idea, is that Superman never, like, Raven always thought Superman didn't like her because of the whole Trigon thing, but it was more like, yeah, we're just, totally different people, and it's kind of like an odd couple situation. So there you go, guys. There's my fun little team up. You guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this? And yeah, just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.